Hey, Sherry lad. Jamie, how are you? Good day to you, everybody. Hi, Karen. Glad you're here. Hope you're well. Good morning, Linda. How are you? Hey, Irene. Good morning. Good to see you. Hi, Donna. Glad you're making it in. I hope things are well. Hope you're feeling okay. I know you've been doing the shot thing. I hope it's going okay. Good work with food. Very nice. Excellent. Hey, good morning, John. How are you? Good morning, everyone. Hello. Hey, Bob Guinan. Good morning to you. Glad you're here. How is everybody? Great to see you. This afternoon. Very good. Hope everything goes well. How is everybody doing on this beautiful day? How are you, everybody? It is lovely out here after the torrent of yesterday and all that it came with it. They were nearly 50 knot sustained winds on the bay yesterday. That is just over the top. So I am in beautiful Westport, Massachusetts, in the backyard of where we are living now, out by the bird feeder. That's where I am. I got the bird feeder in the background. I'm trying to give them just enough room here so that maybe we'll get a few coming in. They've had a lot of cardinals coming by, which has been fun to see. Turn into an old guy watching the bird feeder, but it's a real joy, particularly this time of year. So, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Give it one more minute here as another few people come in. So, just want to hello. Because hope you're doing well today. I hope you get out in a little bit of this sunshine. I hope there's somewhere you are, and I hope you'll get out and get in a little bit of it. Get a little bit of vitamin D going. It seemingly has been a long journey here, so I hope you've got some ways to get some vitamin D on board here. So. And a little bit of sunshine. There is goodness in it, and there is good in the beauty of the world. So hope that you are out there. All right, it is a good day. All right, let's get going, gang. Where it is this day, this Wednesday, the 3rd day of March. How about that? The 3rd day of March. We're already halfway through the first week of March. Doesn't even seem possible, does it? So this Wednesday, I'm out here because I want to talk a little bit about birds, because there's this neat kind of thing that I came across recently, and it spoke to me in a big way, and I wanted to see if maybe it'll speak to you too, because it's been ratifying so much of what I've been trying to talk about, really in some ways this whole year, about what we're about and what's really going on here. And so I want to start with this part from Matthew. Now this doesn't quite cover the part where he talks about the birds, but this is the second part from that. So know that it is in the same vein. It's kind of his conclusion after he says, kind of look at the birds and the beauty of the birds. So he says this from the 6th chapter of Matthew. He says, "Why knows that you need them, But seek first his kingdom and his righteousness, and all these things will be given to you as well. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Hey, Deb Votrin, glad you've made it in. So this scripture from Matthew, where he talks about that even Solomon himself was not adorned as beautiful as the grass of the field, and it talks about and a little before this of what I didn't read was where Jesus talks about the beauty of the birds and the way that God cares for them. Now, all of that is interesting, and it's good and it's right and it's true. And however, we get to this point where we crash into this evolutionary biology, right? It's been fun to kind of watch the cardinal, particularly in the past few days in the snow. The cardinals come in and they're red this time. They're always red, but they're red. The males are red. And why? And so it always begs that question about why are they so beautiful? Why are the male birds why do peacocks, spread that incredible tail? And why is the cardinal that brilliant red? And what is if you ask the evolutionary biologists what they would have told you, and what some of them will still tell you, but what they would tell you just even a few years ago is that, well, it's about mate selection, right? It's about the person with the prettiest hat wins, gets the girl. Like that's the foundational idea of this, that if you're the prettiest, you must probably have like the best immune system, and you probably have the best, if your plumage is the best, you're probably the most healthy. And so that's the girl that's the guy that the girl wants to get with, like, right? That's what it is. But what they found out, and the funny thing is that's not what Darwin thought. Like that when Darwin came up with the whole idea of natural selection, that wasn't actually what he thought. He actually had a much more nuanced idea of it. But he was mocked for it almost mercilessly. But what Darwin's idea is that actually that females are not selecting for virility or for health but they're actually selecting for beauty. And that because the selection for beauty is actually hardwired into the creation. Now, you can see how what that brings to this notion of the creation is that somehow we're and how this would fly in the face of the evolutionary biologists, because how they would just recoil at this, because it's like, no. There's no such thing as beauty. That's not a thing that people select for, or that birds would select for. And birds aren't that conscious. That creation isn't even that conscious to be able to say this bird is more beautiful than that bird in some kind of standard. No. And they mock that mercilessly. And then you get a guy by the name of his name right, Richard Prom, who comes along. Richard Prom spends his life looking at birds. He's an ornithologist. He's an evolutionary biologist. And he spent his life looking at birds. He spent his life working in this field, Harvard trained, and he writes a book in 2017 called The Evolution of Beauty, about bird plumage. And what he discovers is actually that Darwin was a lot more right. That Darwin actually, and that he's been in, and it's really quite interesting, because he's gotten in fights with many evolutionary biologists about this, but the problem is that none of them seem to return his email after he says, well, prove me wrong. but none of them seem to be able to do that. They just kind of hold him a little bit in disdain, because he's not towing the line of the fact that there's not really this idea of that this notion of beauty isn't really a thing. It's certainly not an operational thing behind all things. No. This is just about biological selection of little bags of protoplasm that take to the air with urges to procreate. That's all that's going on. And anything that makes that more likely, that's what happens. And Prum lays out in his book, The Evolution of Beauty, that's actually not what happens at all. That in fact, when we select for the beautiful, and not just as human beings, but when birds, and his case study is birds, when we select for the beautiful, they actually are selecting for mates that are more beautiful than others. Not that are smarter, not that are more virile, not that are more, but actually contain more beauty. That in fact, what we discover in this whole thing is that the whole point of creation, you can't overstate how big a deal this is, because what it points to is that the entire nature of creation, everything in it, everything behind it is actually, its purpose is not to be a little bag of protoplasm that's going to fly around for a little while and procreate. It is the perpetuation of beauty. It is to bring beauty into the world. That the female cardinal selects the male cardinal to bring beauty into the world. And that's at the cardinal level. I don't know how smart cardinals are, but they're probably not the top of the food chain in terms of intellectual prowess or consciousness even. And then when you talk about human beings, and this is again what makes human beings so amazing, is that we have this ability to both select for beauty and select for ugliness, to select for heaven and to select for hell, to stand in this place where we can embrace beauty, or we can stand in this place where we can stand in the sun on a beautiful day, spring day, or we can dam it out and go hide in the back of our closet in darkness and aloneness. We have that ability. That's part of the human journey. But what is becoming more and more and more clear in the evolutionary biology circles, and it's killing them, I'll tell you. They are fighting it tooth and nail. But it's what Darwin knew, even intuitively, before he could talk about it, is that there's a thing going on that's way more complicated behind the biological evolutionary process. And that thing is beauty, friends. That thing is beauty. So when Matthew says, don't worry about the clothes that you'll wear, don't worry about the stuff of your life, don't worry about the things, that isn't the grass of the field more beautiful than Solomon ever was? He's not just saying don't worry about stuff because it'll be okay. He's saying there is an entire creation. There is an entire creator whose sole purpose in existence was spoken into existence at the moment of being for the sole reason of bringing beauty into the world. And that's not just an anti-Stinsonism. That is being proven again and again and again as we look at the very physical nature of the planet and the way that things, and as I say this, it's true. It's true. You'll look at a budding tree and just begin to see the magic and the beauty of it. You'll begin to look at greening grass, and you'll feel the correspondence within you of its own awakening of what is going on, and that you'll see the beauty of a sunrise or a sunset or the full moon that's been out these past weeks, or even the majesty of this amazing wind we had over these past couple of days. Whatever it is, the operation of the natural world, and you understand there is beauty behind it. It's not just all a bunch of atoms colliding into each other. It's not just, little packets of information trying to pass on more information. But it is this elegance and this gorgeousness of creation. I've said it many times in our journey, and it is, and I'll continue to say it. It's the word that God gave me that really, as this whole thing began, as we're kind of creeping up on the anniversary here in a couple of weeks. Anniversaries always make you revisit the beginning of things, and there's this way of me understanding that what Dostoevsky said so long ago has been so much more true than any of us ever knew. And his quote is this, and it's this simple: beauty will save the world. Beauty will save the world, friends. It's my hope that you'll get out into some beautiful today. Wherever you find it, whether it's outside or whether it's in the eyes of somebody you love, whether it's in the wisdom of a book and the love of it, that you will, because the very beauty of things will dam away, will evaporate the worry and the anxiety and the struggles of our days. That's what Jesus is saying when he's pointing to the beautiful in the midst of anxiety and lack and loss. Friends, the beauty is in everything seeking to find its way, seeking, just like that female cardinal looking for that male cardinal, not the most strongest male cardinal, not the most ready to adapt male cardinal, not the most powerful male cardinal, not even the most virile male cardinal, but looking for the most beautiful male cardinal to bring more beauty into the world. That, friends, is the great and grand invitation of this creation. And it's this invitation to this day as the sun shines on us. So it's my hope that you will find some beauty in your day. You'll open to it. You will let it touch the beauty in you that is trying to come out. Let that correspondence happen. Let that part that dwells in you resonate with that which is out there. Maybe it's a piece of music. Maybe it's a piece of art. Maybe it's another human. Whatever it is, go spend some time in the beautiful. Because it is in everything, in every place. And the whole purpose of creation is to bring forth the beautiful. All right, friends, that's my hope for you today, and I hope you'll find that beauty. Just a few things about tonight. Tonight we are doing an ecumenical Bible series, which will be both on Zoom and live. So if you want to come out and have a bowl of soup with us at church and hear a Bible lecture, I'm the Bible lecturer this time around, or you can join us on Zoom. So if you're interested in the Zoom link, that will be on our Facebook page as well. You're welcome to jump in there. We'll kind of gather for soup a little time after 6 at church, and we will the lecture will start at 7. The Zoom room will open up at 6:45. So if you want to stop in, I'm actually I've put a little bit of work into this, and I'm actually kind of excited about this talk. I think it'll be fun, and I hope it's meaningful for you in these days. So, I'm a pastor geek. What do you want? Like getting to grind on a piece of scripture is actually a lot of fun for me. So, I hope it'll be fun for you, or if not fun, at least meaningful, or maybe even beautiful. All right, friends, peace and grace to you.